Okay, welcome back to the graveyard. Bump this up one. Yeah, there we go. So a buddy of mine sent me a post last night, and it was a story from Grainy Days. I think that's the channel. Yes, Grainy Days. And that's an account that on YouTube I used to follow quite a bit and liked a lot of his videos and stuff. And then lately I've just not been really watching it too much, but apparently he is asking for photos of film cameras, and my buddy's like, I've been interested in seeing all of your cameras because, as I may have told you, as I've told many others, I have way too many cameras. I have like in the 90s, high 90s possibly, but this is only film cameras, so that kind of limits it. I do have a few digital cameras, but those are excluded. And I'm only also going to show the working ones because I have so many. I'm looking at just boxes of unworking cameras right now, broken things. You know, things like the T70 that has seen better days. And of course the, let's see, what do we have here? My Canon Ae1, which has also seen better days. So we're not going to be showing those cameras. However, this K1000, this does work, so I'm definitely including that in there. I just got the photos back from this, and it's just an absolute treat. So that will be going in there, and basically what I'm going to do is I will set them all up for the photo, take the photo, and then I'll do a quick run through of each of the cameras and just kind of talk about where I got it, you know, and I guess that's pretty much it, where I got it, what it is, stuff like that. And just something really quick, because I've been kind of meaning to do something like that for a while, because I'm also, believe it or not, trying to sell a lot of the cameras that I do have. So if any of these pique your interest, I would say check out my store on my website. I'm selling stuff there. I also have like hundreds of thousands of lens filters that I'm selling for like $5 for 3. So I will pack them up. It'll be like a random assortment, which is kind of fun. I'll make sure you don't get the same 3 things. You're not going to get 3 UV filters, but yeah, pretty cheap. I'm just kind of trying to get rid of them. So go grab those, but onto the video. Let's do this thing. First up, the largest and most beautiful of them all. This is the Canon Scupik. This is the 16M, meaning that it has the macro setting on the lens here. I love this camera. I got it for an absolute steal. I adore it more than most things in life. It's a 16mm camera. Obviously, it's massive. It has a single frame exposure. So technically, it could be used as a still photography camera if you chose to do so. 16mm film, very expensive to shoot, very expensive to develop, but 100% worth it. And this is, in my opinion, the best camera to shoot it on for an entry-level person. It takes 100-foot daylight spools right in there. And that's basically 100 feet of film shot at 24 frames per second, is equatable to about 3.5 minutes. So not a lot of time for a lot of money, but definitely worth it. So that's this camera here. Kind of speed run through some of these. We have the Lomography Octa-Mount, which is the worst camera ever. It has 8 lenses, all of which suck. But I kind of want to do something creative with that, so we might, but I hate it, and I've shot, I think, 1 roll through it, and it was terrible. So we don't worry about that. Next up, I have this, Teleshot, Sure Shot, whatever. It's a Canon point and shoot. It's kind of interesting. It has an onboard soft filter, whatever that means. It has 2 different focal lengths, And yeah, that's pretty much it. I want to do a giveaway with this, so stay tuned for that. I've been meaning to do it for a year now, but this year, Christmas time, giveaway for this, because I have never shot it, and I don't really intend to, because I have too many cameras. Then we have the incredible, the illustrious, the wonderful, the boner camera. This is, or the erection camera, I should say. This thing has just the hugest zoom lens, and I would show it to you, but the battery is dead, and I do not have any spares. There's a video for it that I will put right there. Definitely check it out. This thing is a super fun little camera to use. Next, we have the Crayola CR500. The most simple, the most plastic, the most beautiful, just point and shoot camera. It is so easy to use. It makes you want to cry a little bit. There's a flash feature, on off, shutter, that's it. It's so easy. It's fun, and it's a Crayola camera, so that's cool. Next, we have this, the Canon Ae1. I just got this recently, and not really spent much time with it. I do know that it's not really working all that well. The shutter will open, but it definitely needs a lot of help, and it's so old, in fact, that it has the old mercury battery container there, so I gotta fix that. But it's basically a Canon Ae1 with a 40mm 2.8 lens, but it has a date imprinter, so that's kind of fun. Down the line of cameras that I'm not going to talk too much about, I got the Nikon Action Touch. This is a fully waterproof camera. It is just an absolute tank of a camera. Very fun to use. The Pentax Weather Resistant, which is what the WR stands for, Zoom 90. Pretty decent little camera. I've had two of these. The first one just kind of stopped working on me randomly, but this one seems to work, so that's cool. The Canon Demi. This is one that also is a bit of work in progress. It is a half frame camera, and it's just kind of a neat little camera. It's very, very tiny, and I kind of like that about it, so stay tuned. The K1000, as I previously discussed. I took another video, or another photo, and I didn't include this in it because it was sitting on my desk, so I had to take another picture. And I'm also, as I'm doing this, realizing I forgot to put out my Auto 110. Didn't make it in that picture either, which is dumb. And then also the Nikonos, the scuba diving camera, didn't make it in the picture either, because I have too many cameras that I forget. Also on the list of items we're just going to kind of breeze through, Canon Ae1. This is one that I just have, and there's not much more to say to it than that. I have many Ae1s. This one is one of them. It needs skin. I have skins for it, I just haven't. I took them off and I haven't put it back on. But Pentax Program Plus. This is a camera that I bought for myself, I believe my birthday of 2019. At the time I only had a K1000 and the Mamiya and something else, but I bought this because like, oh yeah, this is it. I love this camera, and I do, but now I have no need for it, so I'm trying to sell it. So if you're interested, I'll put this up on my store with a lens, so you can go check that out. Next we have the infamously controversial Spotmatic that I love and spent way too long repairing this. And currently it's doing a weird thing, so I need to take it back apart and kind of fix it again. But it's a much better condition than this Spotmatic here, and I love it. And also the leather is completely custom on here, as you can tell by the bad job that I did. So I'm gonna kind of try and clean that up, because I do like this kind of look to it. And this is a great little camera. This is the only Super 8mm camera I have at the time. This is my Viceroy. Not really much to say about it. It's very simple. I think Viceroy was an old cigarette company, among other things. I've not been able to find this, like, doesn't exist on the internet, this particular model. There are Viceroy cameras out there, Viceroy Super 8mm cameras out there. This, I believe, is just kind of one of those very cheaply reproduced models, but it's great. I've shot some nice stuff through it, so no complaints. And I got it for 20 bucks off Craigslist years ago, so pretty happy with it. This is my old, this is my grandma's old camera that she gave to my mom, who gave it to me. It's a Browning Hawkeye. I have some 620 film that I want to shoot through this. 620 film is no longer made. You can put other stuff in here, but anywho, that's that. And then here's a Canonette with skin that I need to do a better job of cutting and gluing on, but work in progress. Totally works well though. It's a Canon QL17 G3, obviously. Next up, we have 4K 1000s. These are all ones that I bought with that other K1000. They all came in one set. One of them is plastic, and like, it's fine, I guess, if you like plastic K1000s. My buddy loves them. You know, it's fine, whatever. This is actually a pretty clean one, so I'm not too mad about it. And then the rest of these are metal, so they're infinitely superior. They all work well. This one is just missing a little plastic bit that covers the advance lever. So, I mean, if you've seen one K1000, you've seen them all, so I don't feel like I need to show you all 4 of these, but that is them, all 4 K1000s. Next up, we have all 4 of my Emmy Supers. These are not the only Emmy Supers I have. I have a parts one, I have a client's one right here that I'm repairing. I have my personal one, which will be shown later, but yes. I mean, there's a black one, that's cool. The rest of these are just kind of, this one I got for $8, so I want to make a different video about that. I did an unboxing video for it that I will put right there if I think about it. The rest of these are, you know, just have too many. You can't tell. I like Pentax cameras. So. And next up, Canon cameras. Here's Ae1, black Ae1. This works perfectly well. There are some broken bits of glass in there, so I'm going to replace that. Then we have the Ae1, which I have a battery door for. I used the one that was here for my friend's camera, so I could replace that and get it back to him quicker than it would take to get one shipped in. But I love these. I mean, if you've watched my channel for any period of time, you know how much I enjoy Canon Ae1s. Another Ae1, another Ae1. This one I shot with, and I got the film back from it, so I'm going to make another video about this soon. A little film review video, because those seem to do kind of well, and I enjoyed shooting it. This is the first Ae1 that I bought. Came with a 28mm lens. Okay, we have this Polaroid. This is a land camera. I hate these things, so I'm also trying to sell it. I didn't feel the need to include, I've got the big, like, Polaroid square cameras, which are atrocious. I'm just trying to offload those as quickly as I can because I don't have a need for them, and I'm tired of shooting Polaroids because they never turn out well. And you can check out my video, Bad Luck Bronco, and then also I wrote a little article about that very issue on my channel, so, or on my website, so go check that out if you're interested to hear more about me groaning about Polaroid cameras. Konica FS1, don't have a lens for it, don't have a need for it. I'm selling this on eBay with a bunch of other stuff for very cheap, so. Minolta SRT 201, fantastic little starter camera, all metal, great build on my store, so check it out. And then we have the Rebel XS. I recently just shot through this as well, gonna make a video on it. I have some Agfa Vista in there now. Kind of like this thing a lot. It's very lightweight. It's plastic, so I mean, take it or leave it. But for me, it's a nice little like run around camera. Got a built-in flash. It takes EF lenses, so I can put on the nice lenses like this this L lens that I have here. Just kind of pops on, and it looks goofy as hell because it's like a $15 camera. This is a much more expensive lens, but works like a dream, and I kind of enjoy it. So, okay, we have a Canonette. This is the Canonette 28, as you know. I got this very recently. I need to clean it and do some deep detailing to it, but so far as I can tell, works very well. And I love these cameras more than most things in life. Then we have my original Canon QL17G3. It's missing the front glass. I have another piece here. I just need to put it on. But yeah, another great camera. Just looks a little bare right now. So there's that. Canon Ftb. Huge fan of this camera. Not a huge fan of the quick load mechanism. Never really have been though, to be fair. But good camera, great quality build. I don't know if I'm gonna sell that or not, because I feel like it would also be a good gift to somebody. And also it's just in such good condition. So we'll see, might sell that, might not. This is my dad's old K1000 that he gifted to me. This is the first 35mm mechanical SLR that I ever had. So I will never sell this because I love it. And I don't shoot with it hardly as much as I would like to, but I've taken it virtually everywhere that I've gone. And you can't hate these. And I know I've said if you've seen one K1000, you've seen them all. But this one's special to me. You know, it's a more personal touch. Also, it has 69 in the serial number, so that's really special. And on that vein of the favorites, the classics, this is my Canon Ae1. As you can see, it is just perfect in every single way. No complaints with this thing whatsoever. I just shot a roll of Cinestill 50D through it, which is also like my favorite film. So just a all-around quality camera. And then we have my Pentax Emmy Super with the 51.4. I mean, what can you say about this thing? It is just the best. And this is my personal one. It's got the little strap there, little red button, so I know which one to push. Great camera. I love it. We got the big bruisers. The Kiev 60. Oof. I get about a comment a day about the video I made originally about this, where I was messing with the shutter speeds before I wound it. People are like, oh, you shouldn't do that. So I've learned. Thank you. I do appreciate that. This is the first camera that I tried to customize. I'm not super happy with how it came out, but I think for a first attempt, it's not too bad. I don't shoot with this as much as I would like to, but maybe I will do that again soon. And then finally, last but definitely not least, my beautiful, my precious, my love, my Mamiya C330. This is one of the first cameras, I should say, that I bought for myself. It is a medium format, and I adore this thing so much. So, and I got the little prism attachment on here, and I just finished a roll of film in it, so I will develop that soon. But I love this. Cannot speak enough kind words about this camera. And I think that about wraps it up. That's pretty much a walkthrough of the cameras that I have on hand, the film cameras at least. I have more digital cameras around. That's kind of weird and important, probably. Picture stipulations were quite clear, and then also they had to be working. So I've got, like I said, many more cameras that are just kind of laying around as parts that need to be repaired. Yeah, if anything caught your eye, check out my store or send me an email. Anyway, I'm happy to answer any questions you might have if this piqued your interest. And also feel free to check out any of the other videos detailing these cameras more specifically. I've got great walkthroughs for all of them. I think that'll just about do it. I don't think I have anything else left to say, so there's no reason to continue recording this. Appreciate you watching. As always, make sure you like the video, subscribe to the channel for more content. I would say more great content, but I mean, that's all kind of subjective anyway. But if you enjoy it, definitely subscribe. I think that'll do it for today. So, catch you on the next one.